Well, hello everybody. Happy Friday, and today we are returning to the wild and wonderful world of TNT Spices hot sauces. And this is another one of their Caribbean inspired hot sauces. So, what we have here is Captain's Curse hot sauce. You see from the cocktails there, this is going to have some ingredients that evoke the spirit and flavor of a pina colada. Um, it's similar to the tropical heat hot sauce, but there are some very key differences. This is a sauce that I've wanted to try for quite a while, and there's a little bit of it's a slightly tragic story behind it. About a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I can't remember exactly when. This was one of the sauces that I ordered from TNT Spices. I was really excited. I was into Caribbean rum based hot sauces at the time, and unfortunately, the bottle was damaged in transit, so I was not able to review it then. But Trevor and Norma at TNT Spices in Philadelphia, they were kind enough to include this as one of the extra hot sauces in my last order. So finally, I got to take a look at what promises to be a lovely, fruity, spicy, boozy hot sauce. I'm very excited. Um, I'm just going to be trying it over some breaded chicken today. All right. This is just a banquet spicy breaded chicken breast, which I've cooked up and then cut into little, you know, homemade chicken nuggets, I guess you could say. um, the ingredients of this sauce are pineapple, yellow bell pepper, coconut water, pineapple juice, Malibu coconut rum. Come on, Trevor Norm, are you serious? You used Malibu coconut rum instead of Captain Morgan? You didn't know that Captain Morgan is the only acceptable rum? That's okay. I'm sure it'll be good in a hot sauce. Lime juice, habanero pepper, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, white sugar, coconut flakes, salt, and black garlic. All right, so you better be a coconut lover if you're ready to embrace this sauce. That's what I'm saying about the pina colada element here. We got coconut water in here, coconut rum, albeit a coconut rum that there is another one that is readily available and preferable to this one, but I don't know. To each their own. Perhaps Trevor and Norma see something in Malibu coconut rum that they don't see in Captain Morgan. But anyways, yeah. So it's got coconut water, coconut rum, and coconut flakes in it. It is coconutty. Primary ingredients are pineapple and yellow bell pepper. So yeah, it's basically a pina colada converted to a hot sauce. I like that. It's not like pina coladas are like my everyday thing, but you know, in the right at the right moment, especially during hot summer days, which weirdly enough that's not happening right now. We're into July and the weather's still kind of like cool and misty out. But when it does get hot, not only is a pina colada something that I would want to eat, but probably a pina colada y hot sauce such as this one is something I would want to enjoy. Um, but anyways, without further ado, I did it again. I forgot my spoon. Let me go get that. All right, I've got my ramen spoon, which has been converted to a hot sauce sampling spoon. I don't use this for ramen. I only use it for hot sauces. Let's sample the aroma. I'm getting pineapple and yellow bell pepper. Ooh, that's a nice combination. Nope, and I got those hints of coconut in there. Pineapple, yellow bell pepper, coconut. Very nice aroma. I'm glad that the vinegar is kind of lower down on the juice. Like the primary tartness agent in there is lime juice, and I like that about it. And that's just like Trevor and Norma to say, look, we understand. You've probably had a billion hot sauces where apple cider vinegar is just the dominating tartness agent in it. No, we're going to make it lime juice and pineapple juice. Thank you. Mm. Yeah, that pineapple lime aroma with that fresh yellow bell pepper. And yes, I can smell the rum too. The coconut rum. I don't know if Captain Morgan coconut rum smells better than Malibu coconut rum. I just know that it tastes better. I'm never going to let that one go. Trevor and Norma, you should make an alternative version of Captain's Curse, just called like the barrel-shaped version, and then just put Captain Morgan coconut rum in it, please. All right. Wow. This is one of those sauces, like, as soon as I tried it, that's a snacking sauce. That's a snacking sauce. This is really, really palatable just on its own. What a pleasant blending of flavors. What a truly pleasant blending of flavors. I love this. You know what? I'm delaying on the chicken. Never mind the chicken. I just want to... That sweet lime, that sweet, like, lime and pineapple flavor. Is there even sugar in this? No, there's not. They achieved the sweetness without sugar. And that just makes it all the more lovely of a sauce. So you don't get that overly saccharine, like, sugariness to it. It's a nice, sort of subtler, fruity sweetness from the coconut and the pineapple. And then with that extra boost of tartness that comes from the lime juice, that's so good. I'm just going to keep eating it and, like, talking about it. I'm not ready to try it with the chicken. I'm not even sure if chicken is going to be the perfect thing for this sauce. Yeah, close your eyes. You're just transported to the islands, for sure. Pina colada as a hot sauce. That is one of the most pleasant, just really pleasant hot sauces that I've had so far this year. Just the tiniest tingle of a warm, very low level burn coming in after a few bites of that. This is not a particularly hot sauce. It's there, but it's warmth. It's warm heat. It's exactly the amount of heat that you would want with a sauce like this. You don't want something fiery when you're trying a hot sauce that's basically a bottled pina colada. You're not going to want some kind of intrusively violent heat, and you don't get that. You get that nice hint of a low-level habanero pepper burn. There is sugar in this also. You know, I was saying that the sugar could be attributable only to the pineapple and to the coconut. No, there's brown sugar in it and there's white sugar in it, but those are far down on the list. Unless there's salt and black garlic in it, so there is a salty and umami quality to it, but it's very, very subdued. I think that's the signature thing about TNT Spices, is they know how, when they're designing and building a sauce, they know how to prioritize exactly how much fruitiness, tartness, heat, sweetness, umaminess needs to be in that. They get the levels exactly correct. So I'm going to say, of the TNT Spices sauces that I have tried so far this year, I'm not sure if I could say that it is the best. The red, white, and blue sauce was just phenomenal. This is very good too, but the thing about this sauce that kind of elevates it is just the perfection in the balance of flavors there. It's masterfully crafted. It is masterfully crafted. And I've seen people take a crack at this type of sauce before. You know, the kind of like coconut rum. I've seen it attempted before. Embarrassingly enough, there's a company called Bootsie's, based in the Tacoma area, and I got one of their. I can't remember the name of the sauce, but I got their, pineapple rum, like sort of spicy pina colada type sauce. And it just didn't do anything for me. I was hoping, I can, have some unwarranted local pride here just by virtue of the fact that I live in Tacoma, and then I bought a sauce by this Tacoma hot sauce company called Bootsie's. But they didn't get it right. It was too thin. The flavors weren't balanced well enough. This is the opposite of that. It's just the craftsmanship that goes into this sauce that is so admirable. And wow, I haven't even tried it over chicken yet. Should I? It might spoil the video. I feel like probably I should do that though. I mean, I did cook up this chicken. Here we go. Let's see how it does over a spicy breaded chicken piece. It is good over chicken. I don't think the breading is necessary though. I did my number 2 in my hot sauces used as marinade series featured a similar sauce to this. That was the tropical heat one. Similar, but not in any way identical. It was a much thicker sauce. This is a thinner sauce, and I think that this would work really wonderfully as a chicken marinade or a pork marinade. I would love to make some, mojo pork or some other kind of slow cooked pork with this infused into the meat. That would be so nice. I've got to think about the things that I want to do with this sauce. What I'm going to say here is, of the 3 TNT Spices sauces that I have tried so far this year, this is almost as just like addictively wonderful as the red, white, and blue sauce. And it is, in terms of just like pure craftsmanship, it's easily its equal as well. I feel like I can love this sauce as much as the red, white, and blue sauce if I kind of figure out the perfect thing to pair this with. Because breaded chicken breast, it's not the perfect thing to pair it with. It's just not. So I need to think about that, explore those options. This sauce is an 8 out of 10. It is so finely crafted. I can't say enough about that, about the craftsmanship that goes into this sauce. That is what's really standing out to me about this. It is such a pleasure to just eat it by itself. You don't need to pair it with food. Get yourself a nice hot sauce sampling spoon and just sit there and sip it. All right? 20 calories per tablespoon. You could drink this entire bottle in one night and it would not set you back on your diet. Not in the same way as a bottle of Malibu coconut rum would. So, thank you again for sending this as an extra. I loved this sauce. This is an 8 out of 10. Very fine sauce. Very good stuff. Loved it.